Hello, friends and family. Thank you to those who came out for the testimony night where I got to share my testimony and the journey that I've been on in my life, and especially the last 5 years. It was an amazing night. If you weren't there, after the recording, I will send it to you. The discussion question that I had for everybody was, at what moment in your life did you realize God is real? And we had like 18 to 20 phenomenal faith building stories. My favorite answer was from Sara, and she said, I know that God is real because I am alive. And she shared with us a couple of different experiences she had in her life where she was just being shown that God was by her side time and time again. And what's really cool is that now Sara is actively going out of her way to teach people about information that she's learning that is changing her life for the better. So I want to take a moment to give everybody that came a shout out, because what was cool is that every single person that was on tonight, I could pinpoint multiple, but at least one moment how that person has been part of my testimony. So I'm going to go do that right now. I'm going to go through the list. If I missed you, I'm sorry. That just means you left the meeting early and I didn't get your name down in time. But first, Alan and Doreen, thank you for opening your homes to facilitate our community. One of my favorite events every year is the Scholl Cabin Bash. It is one of the top three events that I pitch to people about why they should come hang out with us as a community, because going to the cabin bash is like a forced retreat that quite frankly doesn't cost an arm and a leg. You know, we might throw in a couple brats and beers here or there, but aside from that, you get to go up for a day or two. There's a jacuzzi, there's a hot tub, there's swings, there's volleyball, there's ATVs, there's probably bears if you want to go hunting, there's paintball, all the things. So thank you both for how you love our community through these type of events. Amy Pulda, thank you for bringing the gift of your musicianship to facilitate worship for our people, especially at WCF. And Amy, thank you because of you, I have learned over the last several years of how to be a better man for women. So thank you for the mentorship that you allow me to provide to you to help you to be more of who God created you to be every day. Go Buffs. Next, Chloe and Kenzie OBrennan, thank you both for inviting me to your family with open arms and showing the world that you can break free from the shackles of tradition. If you don't know the O'Brennans, look them up. They have a fantastic story and it's still unfolding right before our eyes. They're definitely one of those miracle families, and you'll be mind blown hearing what they've gone through and where they're at now. Next, the Vickers, Jennifer and Eric Vickers. Thank you both for being early investors in Dom. When I started coming around the community, these two were always opening their home for me to come and stay for free. And they were always inviting me to the hangouts with, as I like to say, the cool people. And a lot of how I've learned how to love others, especially when I host them at my own place, came from experiences I had at the duplex when we would have breakfast in the morning. We would cook together, we would clean together, and we would fellowship together. It was amazing, and I always cherish those moments. Next, Hayden Vickers. Thank you, Hayden. Anytime I meet someone who has more energy than me, I'm like, all right, you got it. The ball is yours because I can't keep up. Hayden is someone who has more energy than me, and he's really good about spreading that energy to others to make them feel cared for. So thank you, Hayden, for the endless energy you bring to every interaction. If I ever have a performance, I know to invite you because you will be the loudest cheerleader in the crowd. Yvonne Mathew. Thank you, Yvonne, for choosing this path. Yvonne is very young. He's, I want to say 22 or 23. And he's been around this information and this community since he was probably 19-ish or 20. You guys know I have a soft spot and an affinity for young males who want to do what God has brought them on this earth to do. And Yvonne is somebody who is doing that. Yvonne, thank you for being part of the Indie Gang. The Indie Gang is a very special group of Power Rangers that I met while I was in college at Indiana University. And I never thought I would have such a great group of friends, especially a great group of friends that are going hard after God. So thank you. And Yvonne is our newly appointed restoration team lead. So we're excited to see what you have in store for us. Joy, thank you, Joy, for your investment as the kids' church leader and everything that we do at church, almost every event, Joy has a hand in because she's either helping set up or tear down, or she's providing food and meals and organizing things. Joy is a shadow lurking in the depths of all the events that we get to do and have fun at. So thank you, Joy. Kaylin is someone who I met on Monday, and already she's been part of my testimony. And what I love about Kaylin is that she's vulnerable and she shares her story so comfortably. And tonight, she helped build my faith because her answer to the question was that tonight was a night that she felt like she realized God was real because she got to hear everybody's stories and she made so many connections through everybody sharing. And that's what it's about, you guys. That's what community is for. This is literally what God wants us to be doing. So thank you, Kaylin. Next, Laura Lenhart. Thank you, Laura, for helping to literally shape this community into what it is today as part of the original fivefold of this church. I know that your impact is going to last millennia. I feel it every day, and I don't even talk to you every day. So thank you for your support. I see when you come to support us at events like this so that we feel cared for and we feel encouraged. And I'm just so grateful for all that you've done for this community over the years, even before I came around. Mimi Julie. Mimi, thank you so much for your OG investment in this community. I've loved over the years getting to be a recipient of how you care for people and how you just give a safe place for people to share anything. I love how you've essentially been the person who walked in a lot of the programs that we offer so that people like me could come and take over leadership opportunities and run with them. So without the Mimi Julies of the world, we wouldn't have a lot of what we have to offer for the people in our community and the world. And for that, we thank you, Mimi Julie. We love you, Mimi Julie. Next, Pastor Ryan. Thank you, Pastor Ryan, for teaching me how to be a leader. One of the greatest skills I've learned from you is how to affirm other people so that they actually feel cared for. Not just a, hey, great job, keep up the good work, but a very serious and intentional, hey, you did a good job in this, and here's why I think you did a good job. You've helped me to learn how to really see the best in people through the years, and I model my way to affirm others through what I've learned from you. And thank you for all the ways that you helped me with my doctrine, my teachings, and my testimony night, like tonight as well. And thank you for being the cool pastor who wears his hat backwards. Next, Patrick and Blair. Patrick and Blair are crucial parts of Dom's story because in 2020, I was at a really low point in my life. And those two, leading into 2021, those two were the two guys who were there for me for almost all of it. There were multiple times where I was bringing up, repressed emotions and trauma in my life that those two were caring enough for to be there, give me that safe place to share, get it out in a healthy way. And Patrick and Blair facilitated me to restoration, which is part of how I decided, you know what, I want more of this. I want to become a member of this church. Without Patrick and Blair being a wide bridge for me, I probably wouldn't have decided to come to Music of Life Church. So they have a really big stake in how I got here. Next, Paul. Paul, thank you, sir, for asking questions of me and giving me a chance to teach. I love teaching people what I've learned because I'm only here because of the great leaders who've invested in me. So I feel like it's my duty to be able to invest in other people, especially men who want to grow. So it was really great to have been getting to know you the last couple months, and I'll look forward to more of our conversations so that I can do my part in helping love other people. Samantha Rehberg, I thank you for going hard after loving this community, especially this last year. And what I've especially loved is I've seen how you've been facilitating other women to this community, which is amazing. And it's kind of cool because you have a very unique pocket of where you're finding these women. And now I'm getting to be a restoration coach for one of them. And I've gotten to meet several that you've talked to and been investing in. So keep up the great work, Sam. We've seen nothing but you take off like a rocket in the last couple of months because of your focus on wanting to do more of God's will. And finally, Sara. Sara is someone going through restoration that I'm a coach for. And already in just 3 lessons, 3.5 lessons, Sara is one of the best restorees I've had because she's applying the information quickly in her life. She's connecting dots with stories of how she can be a better person, a better woman, and she's taking it to the next level. She's already evangelizing restoration information to her clients, to her friends and her family, and it's amazing. So, everybody that came tonight, thank you so much. I told you I would prove to you how you all have been part of my testimony. If I missed you, let's talk. If you're listening to this and you weren't there, guess what? You are now part of this testimony. I hope in some way this video has impacted you if you stuck around for it. It's my mission in life to spread this truth that God wants us to experience the most amount of happiness and joy in our lives. He wants to give us the desires of our hearts. I want everybody to know that because I've experienced that. It's part of how I'm so happy. And I truly believe when we go towards where God is leading us, in that we will be building, our reward in heaven for what's to come after this physical life. I love you all. Thanks for listening. And I can't wait to see what the next 5 years bring.